What's going on YouTube? My name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some Cafe Stella and the Reaper's Butterflies. I love this game so much. I hope you guys don't mind the length of the game or the episodes because these are long. But that's enough talk. Let's get straight into this. Let's see. Here we continue. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. So you guys know how I play that one song? Okay, so you know how last episode we had played like the intro of this. I thought I was gonna get copyright striked. Thankfully, nothing happened. I guess because it was a song made by the company of the game, I guess. So I guess we have permission to play it on the video. I was a little nervous because they had like a whole intro, the song and everything. I was like, holy crap, this sounds like I could get in trouble for this. Oh, and one more thing. If you did not see the previous video, you could go ahead and check it. It's gonna be on my left side, which is your right. It's gonna be right here. Go ahead and watch it if you haven't, and then I'll be waiting for you right here. But a little recap of previous episode. We finally were introduced to the Reaper lady and Shiki, which is the girl we woke up right next to while she was changing. Yeah, and they sort of explained what was going on with the protagonist, Kousei, and yeah, that's all. That's pretty much it. That's a pretty good recap, I'd say so myself. But let's continue. Let's please continue. A what? Lifting my head, I immediately noticed a conspicuous bulge down below. No! Well, now, who's the pervert? I'm kidding. Sorry you had to see that. What? Yo. What? You used to seeing it? Just how many times have you seen? That many times, huh? Is it? You told your mom? Not necessarily. It's a physiological phenomenon. I could be dreaming about anything and it still happened. Don't stare at it so much, you perv. How the tables have turned. Alright, I'll get changed in the meantime. Quite the racket, first thing in the morning. You actually was looking at your pee-pee, bro. Anyway, should hurry up and get changed. But before that, there's something I need to make sure of. Steadying my breath, I steel myself and reach for my phone. If today is Monday, September 28th again, my pulse begins to race at the thought. Tuesday, September 29th. Nice. Hey Nozomi, what's the exact date today? Tuesday the 29th. Of course. Incidentally, are the panties you're wearing... It all revolves back to panties, I see. Sorry, I mean, Nozomi. No, that's not what I... Okay, I won't bring it up again. Best not to poke this particular sleeping bear. At any rate, there's no mistake about it. Today is Tuesday, September 29th. Now that leads me back to that question. Was it just a dream? Or did that actually happen? Does he teleport to a world? Or does it only happen when he sleeps? And does it only progress when he only sleeps? Or... I don't know. This is interesting. Now that that's finally sunk in, I breathe a sigh of relief.
何なの？本当に意味がわからないんだけど。
Don't worry about it. It's all good now.
でも確かに昨日とはちょっと違うかも。ゾゾゾって変な気配が消えてる気がする。もしかしてお祓いしてもらった？お父さんは何も言ってなかったけど。
No, not yet. But if you can't sense it anymore, everything should be fine, right?
まあそうだね。戻ったならもう気にしないでいいかな。それで昨日の今日だけどバイトの方はどう？
Oh, yeah, kinda. There was this one place that said they wanted my help.
本当？よかったね。おめでとう。
Hold on. I only said they wanted my help. I haven't agreed to anything yet.
なんで？もしかしてやっぱり紐になるのが理想なの？
I'm just having a bit of a trouble making up my mind. Also, it's not like I'd be okay with being anybody's gigolo. If I'm going to leech off somebody, I want to leech off you, Nozomi. Nobody else.
まだ寝ぼけてるなら往復ビンタしてあげるね。
If it's a slap with a fat sack of bills, then I'm all for it.
バカなことばっかり言ってると骨の髄までバカになっちゃうよ。で、何のアルバイトに誘われてるの？
Cafe staff.
それは意外な勤務先。でもいいんじゃないかな。今までと違う職場の方が長く働けるかもしれないしさ。
Yeah, maybe.
カフェでバイトか。そのお店、美味しい
Dunno. It's not open for business yet.
そっか。美味しいケーキとかあるといいな。食べたいな。
What happened to watching your weight?
一緒にコーヒーも飲むから大丈夫だもん。
How does that help in any way?
ケーキは甘いけどコーヒーは苦いでしょ。甘いプラス苦いイコールカロリーゼロ。相反する2つの味を同時に摂取することでカロリーが相殺されるんだよ。
If only that were the case. Well, if believing that makes you feel better, more power to you.
好きなんだからしょうがないじゃん。ストレスを溜め込む方が良くないの。そう思うことにしたの。食べることは重要。昴生くんだってきっとエネルギーが足りないから決断できないんだよ。いっぱい食べて頑張って。はい、おかわりどうぞ。
Alright, thanks. Like I told Nozomi, I'd held off on giving an answer yesterday.
我々の死神の仕事を手伝ってもらえませんか？
Not the wet dream again.
このカフェで一緒に働いてほしいんです。
Me? I don't get it. How does that help?
蝶々の存在は放置できません。ちゃんと送り返す必要があります。そのためにも蝶を引き寄せる場所を作りたいんです。
So it's a win-win.
そのために店をオープンさせたいのだが、ちょいとつまずいておるのだ。
A cafe for attracting butterflies.
蝶々は人の感情に引き寄せられます。不特定多数の人間が出入りして気持ちが混ざり合い、蝶々を引き寄せることができます。
Sounds pretty good of an idea. In that case, why not a train station or something?
駅の方が人は多いが移動が早すぎるのだ。せめて少しくらいはゆっくりしないと蝶も気づかぬ。
A train station? That is such a lame idea. So that's why you've gone for a cafe instead?
バイトの経験が豊富でしたよね。コンビニにファミレス、居酒屋での経験もあったはずです。
How do you know where I used to work?
それは私が死神だからですね。担当する人のことを調べて知っておくのは死神として重要なことですからね。
Now you're just being creepy. Really creepy.
とにかくその経験を生かして協力をしてほしいんです。これは高峰さんのためでもありますから。
How so?
もし何かあった時、そばにいた方がフォローできますからね。高峰さんにはもう後がありません。
It's a win-win. Wait, what do you mean, last chance?
お前は今世界を崩壊させかねない人間として神に危険視されている。場合によってはこの世界から排除されることすらあり得るだろう。
Whoa. Eliminate me? Come on, stop trying to scare me.
脅しでも冗談でもない。 カンナが言っただろう。神は奇跡を起こすような強力な魂を生まないようにしたと。
Dang.
必要があれば神は世界に介入して力を行使するだろう。もしまた世界に干渉するようなことがあれば、お前の存在は抹消される。
This cat doesn't sound like he's playing around.
今お前が生きていられるのは猶予を与えられたに過ぎん。もしこのまま危険な存在であり続けるなら、
Yeah, that doesn't
お
sound
前は
good.
見限られるであろう。そしてもう一つ、お前が奇跡を起こした余波というか発生させた力の一部が
Oh.
蝶となって放出されたのだ。
Are you saying I'm to blame for the butterflies?
そこまでではないが、責任の一端ではある。
And I assume bad things would happen if we just let them fly around unchecked.
放置はできん。
So if I were to help you catch these butterflies, would that count me as taking responsibility for what I did?
そういう考え方もできるな。そしてその場合、神も静観してくれるはずだ。我が輩は神の目と耳だ。我が輩の監視下にあり、変わる努力をしているとなれば、無慈悲な裁定は下さない。
Will he spare us if we give Mikado some belly rubs? I think he likes them anyways. I mean, he likes them, why not?
はずだ。おそらく、きっと、その可能性がなきにしもあらず的な。
Hey, try and sound a bit more confident, will you?
判断を下すのは神だからな。こればっかりは我が輩にもわからん。だが少なくとも我が輩はそう考える。
どうでしょうか。私たちに協力をしてもらえませんか。
I need some time to think about it. I've never been the sort to make quick decisions, especially not after finding myself in such an incomprehensible situation. Grim Reapers, gods, miracles, it's all absurd. And yet I find it hard to believe that anyone would try to scam me with a story this ridiculous. Not much money to be made in conning a broke college student like me. In which case, they might have been telling the truth after all. Also, he's still denying it, that's why he wants to think about it. And since I've been looking for a job anyway, this could be a win for both. But a cafe struggling to even open at that. No doubt it'll be a ton of work, not some cushy opening staff position. Sounds like a lot of responsibility. That's probably why I'm so hesitant to make a decision. Oh, okay. Hello?
はい。おお、昴生君じゃないか。
Long time no see. The priest greets me with a gentle smile. Rokuru Sumizome. Nozomi's dad is the owner of the apartment I live in, and he has been friends with my father since their college days. As far as I know, my dad's always been the freewheeling, careless type, which is why I've always wondered how they remain such good pals. In short, Uncle Rokuru's a really kind person.
久しぶりだね。元気にしてる？
I'm doing well, thanks.
のぞみがいつも部屋にお邪魔してるみたいだけど、迷惑をかけてないかな。
Not at all. She's always making me breakfast and taking care of me. I don't know how I'd managed without her, to be honest.
そうか。迷惑じゃないならいいんだ。
If anything, or rather, we're the one who's been causing you trouble. I'm sorry my dad's such a careless person.
いや、あいつが適当なのは昔からだから。
I know he hasn't paid the rent in a while, so I've transferred you the money instead. Could you make sure it's been deposited for me?
わざわざそれを言いに？ありがとう。でも、そんなに気にしなくてもいいのに。和文は適当だけど、約束をなかったことにするタイプじゃないから。
I'm not really sure you can say that about someone who skipped rent for 4 months.
そういえば、お昼に待ち合わせの約束をしたら、夕方に来たこともあったよ。
You must have the patience of a saint to stay friends with someone like him.
昴生君は辛辣だな。
No offense, but I think you're just weirdly tolerant, Rokuro-san. Anyway, please accept the money. I'll sort the rest out with Dad myself.
しかし、学生でなくても少なくない金額だ。
I know. That's why I'm trying to get my finances in order.
だけど、昴生君の生活にも影響が出てしまうんじゃないか？
I'll manage. If things get really bad, well, then I'll ask you for help.
わかった。 じゃあ受け取らせてもらうよ。けど何かあったらいつでもうちに来るといいよ。
I will. Thank you. Anyway, I should be getting to class soon.
その前にのぞみからお祓いがどうのこうのって言われてたけど、もういいの？
No, that's okay. The matter's been settled.
それならいいんだけど、のぞみの勘というか気配の話はバカにできないからね。
Well, I checked with her again this morning, and she told me whatever weird presence she felt was gone now.
そうなの。ならよかった。
Anyway, I'd better get going.
ああ、そうだ。もし和文から連絡があったらこっちにも連絡するように言っておいてくれるかな。
Will do.
よろしく頼むよ。それじゃいってらっしゃい。
You too. Finally meet the dad. Interesting.
おう、おはよ
Morning.
う。どうした？なんか元気なさそうだけど。
Nah, just didn't get enough sleep, I think. Had a bit of a rough night yesterday.
なんだ？悩み事か？
It's not anything serious. More importantly, though, did you know this?
何を？
You know how Chads always greet each other with dude and stuff? Well, apparently, it doesn't work if you stick it at the end of every sentence.
お前、間違うで何言ってんの？語尾にウェイってどういうこと？コロッケが好きウェイとか？
I guess?
そんなこっつけみたいな喋り方をするやつがいるわけないだろう。間抜けすぎるぞ。
Yeah, ridiculous, right?
ほら、行こうぜ。
Right. If anyone found out how wrong I was, I'd be a total laughing stock. I'd better drop it before I end up embarrassing myself anymore. A few hours later, the day's lectures come to an end. After class, I decided to head over to the cafe to give Akizuki-san my answer. Oh, okay, so it actually happened. Sick. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, that's cool. The cafe in question is located in a side street just off the main road. It's about a 5-minute walk from the station. The sun had already set when I left the cafe yesterday, but the place gives off a completely different vibe in broad daylight. For one thing, there's a new signboard outside that reads Cafe Stella. Tilting my head, I place my hand on the door. It isn't locked. Pardon the intrusion.
ああ、どうも。
Huh?
何？
That, looks good on you.
この服？それはどうも。ありがと
Did I say something wrong?
う。いや、高峰くんってコスプレ好きなのかなと思って。
I'm not sure if she's asking that question for reals or she's just messing with me.
高峰くんでいい？
Yeah, anything's fine.
なら、覗き魔。
She thinks she's so funny. Please don't. I'd rather avoid inviting any more unfounded rumors about me.
風評被害？
Didn't we agree to forget what happened between us yesterday?
そりゃ確かに私がそう言ったけど、言ったんだけど、そう開き直られるとなんかすっごい腹立つな。どうせ本当は覚えてるくせに。
Well, I can't deny that.
ちなみにどれぐらい？
Pretty much everything.
まさか昨日の下着姿で変なことをしてないでしょうね。
I have no idea what you mean.
むっつり、うっざ。
Sorry. But this icy stare, I can't say I hate it. Actually, I...
あ、いや、やっぱり何も言わなくていい。知りたくないし、想像もしたくないことだった。
I was asleep! Yesterday, I...
言わなくていいって言ってるでしょ。
Relax, I didn't do anything. Believe it or not, I had more important things on my mind.
そう。まあ、そうか。
Also, I'm not particularly into cosplay. I just thought the outfit suits your calm personality, Shiki-san. I wasn't implying anything.
ならいいけど、タイがない割にはジロジロと。
In all honesty, it's not so much her maid in uniform as it is her hair done up into a bun that catches my eye. To my knowledge, she mostly wears her hair down whenever I see her on campus. We're checking her out, alright. Guess that goes to show. Cute girls look cute wearing any hairstyle. Stylish wearing any clothes.
そんなに見ないでくれます？恥ずかしくなるから。
Is that the cafe uniform?
そうだけど変？
No, I think it's great. I doubt there are many guys out there who wouldn't want to be greeted with a welcome home, master, from you, Shiki-san.
なんでお帰りなさいませご主人様なんて言わなきゃいけないの？
That's what they do at Maid cafes, isn't it?
ここはメイドカフェじゃなくって普通のカフェなんだけど。
Could have fooled me. And here I was hoping I'd get a taste of being Shiki-san's master.
やっぱり高峰くんコスプレ好きでしょ？
I'm not, seriously. But don't get me wrong, it's not like I hate it either. While we're talking, Akizuki-san emerges from the back room, followed by someone else, a sharply dressed gentleman I've never seen before. Who's that? If he works here, he must have his own special circumstances as well.
高峰さんよく来てくれました。
よく来たな、高峰昴生。
Have we met before? I don't remember introducing myself.
バカにしているのか？それとも昨日の今日でもう忘れたか？
It's the cat! It's the cat! No way!
人の体を散々もてあそんでおる。
That's so weird, dude. Oh my god. I can't look at him now. This is so weird. Wait, you what?
高峰くんってそっちの人だったの？まさか高峰さん童貞ではなくて処女を捧げて書くとか？
They think he's gay? That could literally not be more wrong.
冗談ですよ。すみません。ちゃんと分かってますから。高峰さんは攻め専門ですよね。
I'm not gay.
なんだ、そっか。違うんだ。
Huh? Why do you sound so disappointed?
嘘、冗談。そんなに慌てなくても大丈夫です。ふざけてみただけですってば。その姿で会うのは初めてだからわからないだろうけどね。それ、閣下だから。
Excellency? Him? That mangy cat?
だからそれとかあれとか無礼な呼び方をするな。どうだ？これならわかるだろ。
Yeah, we like him better like this. How? Can he even transform into a human?
いや、我が輩は人間に変身しているわけではない。
What?
あくまで周囲からはあの姿に見えているだけ。いわば幻のようなものだ。
That's so cool. Well, either way, sounds like a pretty handy ability.
猫の姿のままでは仕事ができんからな。
Does that mean you work here as well?
そうだ。ちなみに人間としての名は
Takanori
Mikado
Mikado.
という。
Nice.
忘れるなよ。
An impressive sounding name.
私は貴族だ。たとえ偽名であろうと、粗末な名はケットシーという種族の古剣に関わる。
Right. Still, is it really okay for a cat to be working in a place that serves food and drink?
何か問題があるか？
I mean, in terms of hygiene, what with all your fur? I thought your customers would be very happy to find cat hairs all over their food.
浅はかな。ケットシーは抜け毛などしない。
Wow. Well, lucky you.
信じられないかもしれませんが、本当のことですよ。私の服にも猫の毛なんてついたことないから。
この体には神より授かった力が宿っている。衛生面での心配
Wow.
は不要。
Look at him.
たとえアレルギー持ちのお客が来ても問題は起きん。
Wow. If you say so.
とりあえず座ってください。何か飲みますか？
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not here as a customer.
分かっています。昨日の件で来てくれたんですよね。
Right. I've made a decision. So let me jump right into it.
わかりました。聞かせてもらえますか？
He turns it down. You have the choice? Bruh, what? That is sick. Okay. Well, we're definitely not declining the job. The heck? I feel like that would ruin the story, although of course, since it's a visual novel, of course, the author might have something ready for in case you don't want to work at the cafe, you know, like another job and different, like, you'll end up with different endings and stuff, which is very awesome. I really respect that because it has a lot of thought put into it. Like this game, it really explains why it's worth what it's worth because it just, the animations, the music, the voice actor, everything, all of that is time and work and stuff, which that's awesome, dude. Obviously, we're going to accept the job offer. We'd be stupid not to. Also, I like the idea of working at a cafe. That's pretty cool. Accept the job offer. I'll do it. I'll work here. Or rather, please hire me. I've been searching for a part-time job either way. If I chicken out now and go looking for another place to work, I'll stay the same old person I've always been. Also, I doubt my stay of execution would last very long if I decide to run away. And besides, I'm looking forward to working with you.
ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。こちらこそよろしく。
助かる。よろしく頼む。
よかった。引き受けてもらえてほっとしました。
I don't have much of a choice. My life is on the line here. And besides, if I look on the bright side, this job isn't half bad. If anything, it's pretty dang good. The cafe is easily within walking distance of my apartment. There aren't many workers here either, which means I don't have to worry about any annoying social interactions. But most of all, Akizuke-san and Shiki-san are both really, really cute. Plus, an incident like yesterday's might even happen again. He's awful. What? That's ridiculous. Prove it.
その動揺だけで十分な根拠ですけど、何やら下心がありそうな顔をしてましたからね。エロいこと考えてましたね。
Wrong. I was just remembering something that happened. I was recollecting, not fantasizing. There's a difference.
そういうへりくつ言ってると女の子にモテませんよ。
What? Really?
そういうのちょっとうざい。
Well, I wouldn't want that. I'll try to keep it in mind.
あと何度も言うけど、忘れてほしいんだってば、あれは。
Sorry, but that's impossible. It is way too erotic.
本人の目の前でエロいとか言う？普通言う？まあ、童貞の高峰さんには刺激の強い光景でしたでしょうから。
Dang.
ないですね。
Dang. Dang. You should call you a virgin. He is a virgin, but you know. Dang. No, I'm kidding. No judgment. I appreciate the backup, but you could have left out that last part. But anyway, let's get back on topic, shall we? I'm sorry. Please, let me get back on topic. I remember everything you told me about miracles and butterflies, but what exactly does that have to do with opening this cafe?
理由はいくつかあるが、蝶は人間の感情に引き寄せられる。つまり店が流行り、大勢の客が訪れれば、
Okay,
蝶
got
も
it.
引き寄せられることになるだろう。
So instead of going out to hunt for butterflies, this is just a more efficient way of catching them?
そういう一面があるのも事実だが、我々のためだけではない。蝶が集まった時、その場が明るい感情で満たされていたならば、それは蝶の魂の力になるかもしれん。
I see. So it's not only about bringing people together, it's about creating a positive environment. They might be able to find more people gathered at a university or a corporate office, but I feel like those places would have a large mix of positive and negative emotions. And in the case of an office, the negative emotion might well outweigh the positive.
そうして得られた力はお前の功績となる。
So you're saying, aside from never tampering with reality again, I have to replenish all the soul energy I used up?
そう受け取ってもらって構わん。
Alright, fine. If that means I get to keep my life, I'll do my best.
よろしく頼む。だがその前に、まずは契約を結んでもらおうか。
A contract with a Grim Reaper? If I violate the terms, are you going to take my soul?
いえ、労働に関する契約です。契約書はこちらに。
ちゃんとハンコは持ってきたのだろうな。
いざという時、労基がうるさいですからね。
You're worried about labor laws? Even though you're a literal god of death?
死神だからこそ無駄な騒ぎは避けたい。この店だって必要な許可は得ている。もちろん正規の手続き。
Wow, look at that. You guys seem to take this more seriously than I thought. Just to be on the safe side, I flip through pages of the contract Akizuki-san hands me. It really is just an ordinary employment contract. I stamp my personal seal onto the dotted line and return the paper. All done.
ありがとうございます。
By the way, I assume you have enough working capital to run the place and pay my wages? I'm actually having a bit of money trouble myself right now, so it's kind of important. If you guys are having trouble staying afloat, we'll need to think of a solution. Quick.
資金に関しては心配するな。この店の営業をするのは我々にとっても重要なことだ。他からの補填もある。さすがに無尽蔵というわけではないがな。バイトとして常識的な金額は払おう。
Glad to hear it.
だからといって客の来ない赤字続きでも問題ないというわけではないぞ。安定した経営を行う必要がある。
Of course. It looks like you're already halfway there, though. The place is neat and tidy, and you've got all the tables and chairs set up.
ここはね、以前にもカフェだったりしたから、キッチンの方も専門的なものが入ってる。
So the place came fully furnished?
まあ大体そんな感じ。このユニフォームも昔のデザインを流用したものでね。
But if you already got everything ready to go, why do you need my help, aside from my personal circumstances?
それは高峰くん、コーヒーって普段から飲む？
I do. Not all the time, though.
それはよかった。ならコーヒーの味を確認してみてもらえませんか？実はコーヒーの味がわかる人がいなくて。
What?
勘違いしないでください。適当に入れてるわけじゃないですよ。入れ方は勉強しましたが、正直苦いとしか思えないんです。普段からコーヒーは全然飲まないので、これがちゃんと美味しい苦味なのかまずい苦味なのか。
What about you, Shiki-san?
私もコーヒーはちょっと頑張れば飲めなくはないんだけど。
Ah, that's right. You can't drink it without heaps of milk and sugar.
なんで知ってるの？
I happened to see you buying coffee at the convenience store on campus the other day. You tried it black, but then added a ton of milk and sugar afterward. I'm guessing you wanted to see what their coffee tasted like?
そういうこと。でも結局全然わからなかったけど、そもそもコーヒーは苦いものばっかり。苦いものは毒なのに、毒を飲むなんておかしいと思わない？
That kind of logic's a little childish, don't you think? Surely a nobleman like you would have Surely a nobleman like you would have a discerning palate. Surely a nobleman like you would have a discerning palate for coffee.
水とミルク以外は好まん。私は猫ぞ。
Oh, so now you're just a regular old cat.
すぐに準備をしますね。
I take a seat at one of the chairs by the counter. Akizuki's hand goes behind the counter and begins to brew some coffee. Nice. As soon as she pours hot water over the coffee grounds, a rich fragrance spreads around the room. It's a very standard way of brewing coffee, but her movements are confident and assured. She must have a lot of practice. By the way, Akizuki-san, how come you aren't dressed as a maid?
おやおや、高峰さんは私のメイド服もご所望でしたか。
Are you flirting with me? That's not why I asked.
見たくないんですか？
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
だと思いました。でも残念ながら私はキッチン担当の予定でフロアに出る予定もありま
That's
せ
so
んで
lame.
したから。
You're lame for that. That's a shame. I'd bet it'd suit you really well.
そんなに褒めてもらっても出せるのはコーヒーぐらいですよ。はい、どうぞ。
Thank you. Akizuki-san places a freshly extracted coffee in front of me. It has a soft, mild aroma. Let's see how it tastes. The bitterness and acidity is just right. Instant coffee couldn't hold a candle to this. The aftertaste might be a little bit too harsh, though.
どうでしょうか。
It's not bad. Heck, it's actually quite good.
本当ですか？気を使ったりせず率直な感想を教えてほしいんですが。
I'm being honest, but Well, it's definitely good. There's just nothing special. Nothing unique about it.
そうですか。
Sorry, maybe that's a poor choice of words. I wouldn't have any complaints if I ordered this coffee. It's perfectly acceptable.
でもよくある味ってことなんですね。
In a manner of speaking.
美味しく入れるためにはもっと研究しないとダメですか。
So is that the only reason you haven't been able to open for business yet? You can't tell if your coffee's any good?
それは
As if to interrupt Shiki-san's words, jingle of the door opening cuts through the air.
お邪魔させてもらいますね。
A refined-looking older woman with impeccable posture enters the cafe. Shiki-san becomes visibly tense at the sight of her. In a complete turnaround from before, she lowers her head respectfully in greeting, almost like a real maid would.
いらっしゃいませ。
どうも夏目ちゃん。それじゃあブレンドコーヒーを入れてもらえるかしら。
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
That's odd. I thought we weren't open for business yet. What's going on? I like to voice the question loud, but the atmosphere in the room has grown taut with nervousness. It's kind of hard to say anything. I feel vaguely pressured, like visiting a ramen shop with a strict no talking rule. Wow, ramen shops like that exist? Wow, I did not know that. Let's keep quiet for now and see what happens. I watch Shiki-san as she prepares a cup of coffee. Silently, she goes through the exact same motions that Kizuki-san had performed earlier. The older woman, too, watches her work in silence.
お待たせしました。
ありがとう。それじゃあいただくわね。
The old woman brings the cup to her lips, every single movement as graceful as the last. Without a word, she takes a slow sip of her coffee. The clink of her cup seems to echo loudly through the quiet, or rather, heavy atmosphere.
ごちそうさまでした。
どうですか。
Uh-oh.
夏目ちゃん。やっぱり無理
Jeez.
じゃないかしら。
Dang.
でも月末までにはまだ時間がありますよね。
それはそうだけど。
もう少しだけ待ってください。約束は今度こそ守ります。どうしてもダメだったらその時は諦めます。
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about how that old lady was like, this is mid as... I was not expecting that. I thought she was going to be like, oh, this is good, or oh, this is pretty good, or... But she was like, nah. Who is that woman? Is it like her mom or something? Her grandma? In charge of something? I don't even know.
わかった。約束だものね。あまり無理はしないようにね。
Because she just referred to her as Chan, and she just referred to her as dear. So, maybe I'm overthinking. Whatever.
すみません。ありがとうございます。
それじゃあまた様子を見に来るから。
はい。お待ちしています。
Giving Shiki-san one last troubled look, the old lady quietly exits the cafe. While there was clearly a gentle air of kindness about her, the conversation itself seemed to be none too cheerful. Unsure of whether or not to speak it, I let my gaze wander around the room. Oh, there's a butterfly. Nice. As I do so, I spot a glowing butterfly out of the corner of my eye. A soul remnant.
ガンナ、
はい。
The Grim Reaper's sight swings through the air, and the butterfly melts away into nothingness.
とまあこういうこと。
Sorry, I'm not sure I do.
今のはここの大家さん。
Oh, okay.
お店をオープンさせるためにはあの人の許可が必要になるの。
Is that landlady like family to her or something?
大家さんを接客して納得してもらえたらその許可が下りる約束なんだけど。
It's not going too well, huh?
もう何度も足を運んでもらってるんだけどね。
Wow, really?
満足してもらえない。
She sounds picky.
だからコーヒーの味がわかる人に協力をしてほしかったの。味を良くするために。
You mentioned something about the end of the month, too.
一時的に借りていられる期限。本当は夏までの約束をなんとか10月まで伸ばしてもらったんだけど。
Oh, Kousei about to pull up with some fire coffee and we're gonna make that landlady like us. Heck yeah, bro. Still no luck.
そういうこと。私、奥で休憩してきてもいい？
Girl, we just started. What do you mean?
はい、 わかりました。ありがとう。それじゃあよろしく。
Shiki-san clearly has a few personal circumstances of her own. She and the landlady seem to have some history together, so I'm guessing she has her own personal connection to this place. Does that old woman have anything to do with this butterfly business too?
そうですね。あの大家さんは今ご自分にとって大事なことを諦めかけています。
Herself?
そのままでは
Her soul will end up lingering the world of the living?
その可能性があります。でもこのお店をオープンさせることでそれを阻止することができるかもしれません。
Got it. She didn't seem particularly supportive, though.
意地悪を言っているというわけではないんですけどね。
Well, at any rate, the point is that she isn't satisfied as a customer, right? Does she only have a problem with the coffee? What about the other menu items?
以前にはオムライスも食べてもらいましたよ。
あと紅茶もな。
Gocha. Omelette rice and black tea, huh? I'd like to see how those taste too, if that's okay. Would you mind?
オムライスを作ったのはカンナだが、紅茶を入れたのは夏目だな。
Incidentally, what exactly is your job going to be?
ドリンクの対応だな。コーヒーと紅茶の入れ方ぐらいは覚えたぞ。
So why didn't you make the coffee, buddy? What are you doing? I see. Is he really? With those stubby cat paws? How does he even hold a kettle without opposable thumbs? Perhaps that's yet another one of his mysterious cat's eat-head powers.
それでどうします？
The omelette rice. Let's do the gocha. I think I'll go with the black tea.
ならば夏目だな。
休憩に行ったばっかりですけど戻ってきてもらいましょうか。
Oh. No, I'll do it. First, I give the door a knock. She probably isn't changing, but after what happened yesterday, I prefer to be safe than sorry. It's me, Takamine. Can I come in? Pardon the intrusion. Sorry for bothering you on your break.
気にしないでいいけどどうかした？
I thought she'd been feeling discouraged, but she seems to be in higher spirits than I'd expect. I asked the others if they were confident in any other menu items, and they told me to make an excellent cup of black tea. I was wondering if you could make me one.
わかった。じゃあ戻りましょうか。
Dang, I feel bad if we had to pull out a break. That's the worst.
それで紅茶だけど何にする？
Black and piping hot.
茶葉は？
I'll let you choose.
かしこまりました。
Shiki-san gives me a light bow and slips behind the counter. First, she fills up the kettle with a blast of water before turning on the heat. Is it fine to use normal tap water?
ミネラルウォーターなんかで入れた方がいいんじゃないかってこと？
I figured tea drinkers would be picky about that sort of thing.
水道水でも十分なんだって。ミネラルウォーターだと香水も多いから勢いよく水をたっぷり入れて空気を十分に含ませてから沸騰させる。
Just out of curiosity, why is hard water bad?
良くないっていうよりも好みの問題かな。香水で入れると渋みや香りがマイルドになるらしいの。茶葉の開きが違うんだって。あとタンニンとカルシウムだったかな。結合して黒っぽい色になるとかなんとか。
Huh, I didn't know that. Shiki-san continues to work while she talks, readying my cup and the teapot. She also makes sure to warm the teapot beforehand.
香水だとお腹の調子が乱れる人もいるから。
Really?
本当なら茶葉の種類や飲む人の好みで使い分けたりできればいいのかもしれないけど。おっと、沸かしすぎるところだった。
Taking the kettle of the heat, Shiki-san begins pouring hot water into the preheated teapot. She holds the kettle high, drizzling the liquid into the pot. You know, I've seen people pour it like that from time to time, but is there any point to it? Or does it just make you look cool?
その言い方、なんかムカつく。
Well, sorry.
こういうのはだいたいより多くお湯に空気を含めるためって言われてる。
Ah, right. That's called jumping, isn't it?
知ってるんだ。
A bit. I've heard the term before, at least. This agitates the tea leaves, causing them to jump up and down, allowing even the smallest leaves to thoroughly infuse the water. Let me save. Save right here. Let's create a new save. Let's create a new save. Yes, sir. There you go. Apparently, this extracts more flavor from the tea.
で、ティーコージーをかぶせて 4分蒸らす。
I only wanted a taste test at first, but now I'm just excited to try it.
なんか緊張してきたかも。蒸らしてる間って待ってるだけだから余計にドキドキしてくる。
Well, you say that, but
何？
you seem to really know what you were doing. You must have a lot of practice.
そんな難しい手順じゃないからね。でも高峰くんの言う通り慣れてもいるけど、まあいっか。大家さんとのこともすでに知られてるんだから。
What story?
以前にここを借りていたのは私の両親なの。
A dry throat equals not a good voice. It sucks. And that's why you know so much about tea?
紅茶なら子供の頃の私でも飲めるからお父さんに教えてもらってた。
And yet you still can't handle a cup of coffee.
ち、もう言わない。
Had to mess it up, Kousei. Sorry, I want to interrupt again. Please, continue.
もう少し細かく言うと、両親はここでカフェを開こうとしてた。でもそれは叶わなかった。
How come?
直前で私が入院することになったから。まだ小さかったから放置はできない。
She probably feels like it's her fault that they weren't able to open it.
かといって人任せにしてもお金がかかる。私の治療費もかかる。
So you're doing all of this for your parents, Shiki-san?
どうだろう。そのことで責められたことはないし、本当に気にしてはないんだろうけど。
Oh, thankfully. I hate parents that blame stuff on their kids that's not even their fault. Like, because of you, I couldn't do this. Like, who told you to do it with my mom?
今さらお店を開店させようなんて言われても二人も困るだろうし。
That's never happened to me, by the way, from what I remember. But I've definitely heard people talk about that before, and that's just so stupid. I hate that. I hate that crap. I hate that so much. That is pretty bewildering.
それに脱サラしてカフェを営業しても失敗したら目も当てられない。私のわがままで振り回して不幸に突き落とすようなもんでしょ。
That's a bit over dramatic, surely.
何にせよそんな気軽に言っていいことじゃない。私も今さら両親に夢を追えとは言えない。どの口がって感じだしね。ただそれはきっと私の夢でもあったから。楽しそうにカフェについて語る両親の言葉を聞くうちに多分私も同じ夢を見るようになったんだと思う。
But wait, I thought we were opening this cafe in order to help the Grim Reapers with their duties.
あれも嘘ではない。そこに私の事情も絡むってだけ。
How'd you get caught up in this Grim Reaper business anyhow?
私の魂がこのままだと霊の長になるんだって。それを阻止しようとしてるのが秋月さんとカッカ。
Is that so? I see. But why won't the landlady give you her approval to open a cafe?
大家さんも昔は夫婦で喫茶店を営んでたんだって。でもご主人を亡くされて、ご主人との大切な思い出の店に明るさを取り戻したくてここを人に貸し出すようになったの。これまでにも多くの人が借りたけどうまくいかずにすぐに撤退する人たちをたくさん見てきた。で、私の親が断念した時にきっと大家さんも疲れたんだと思う。飲食店が難しいっていうのをよく知ってるから。それ以降ここを誰にも貸さなくなった。
I see. So that's what Akizuki-san was talking about earlier.
学生の私が関わることが引っかかるんだと思う。
Leaving it at that, Shiki-san reaches for the teapot, removes the cozy. Filtering out the tinnier dregs, she pours out a cup of tea and holds it out towards me.
ダージリンのストレートです。どうぞお召し上がりください。
Thank you.
高峰くんって紅茶は飲むの？
Mostly just a bottled variety, like gozen, no kocha. I generally order coffee when I visit a cafe, not to say I've never had black tea before. Well, I'm sure your tea is gonna set a new benchmark for me, Shiki-san?
性格悪い。そんな風に人を緊張させて楽しい？
Dang, bro, just take the compliment thing, alright? Jeez. Sorry. Most guys have a habit of teasing cute girls.
趣味が悪い。
I think it's pretty normal.
君がそう思うんなら普通なんでしょうね。君の中ではね。
I seem to be getting that a lot these days. With that, I bring the cup to my lips and take a sip. As I hold the liquid in my mouth, a very flowery fragrance spreads across my tongue. Unlike the coffee, there's a hint of sweetness to the tea that's present even without adding sugar. And it's not my imagination. Astringent and full-bodied, the flavor's a lot stronger than I thought it'd be.
どんなもんでしょう。そこで無言になるのは本当にやめてほしい。
Oh no, sorry. I was just taking in the flavors. It's definitely good, I think.
本当に？嫌われないようにお世辞でごまかしてない？
I'm not. Well, that depends on the success of this cafe. I wouldn't lie like that.
それもそっか。
But to be honest, I'm a little surprised. I had no idea a properly brewed tea would have such strong fragrance.
それはダージリンだからじゃない？
I see. Still, though, I'm impressed. I didn't expect it to be so different from the tea I know.
もし高峰くんが普通のお客さんなら飲みに来たいって思える？
For sure. Maybe that's only because I'm not used to this kind of tea, though. At the very least, I think it's delicious, and I'm sure there are other people who think that as well.
そう。ありがとう、高峰くん。
Don't mention it. All I did was try your tea.
それだけじゃなくて、お店を手伝ってくれてありがとう。
Well, you know, you're welcome, I guess.
何その反応。まさかお礼を言われるとは思ってなかった？
Honestly, I thought you wanted nothing to do with me.
もちろん思ってる。
Dang, straight up. Alright, got it. Seriously?
でも、面と向かって本人に言ったりしないから安心して。
But you literally just did.
それでも感謝してるのは本当。あと少し期待してる、高峰くんに。
Yes. I'm kidding. Wow, that's a lot of responsibility all of a sudden.
可愛い女の子が頼ってるんだから、もうちょっとやる気を見せてくれてもいいと思うんだけど。
You're right, you're right. Is it normal for girls to call themselves cute?
言ってくれたのは高峰くんでしょ。それとも分かってて可愛くないですよとかいう女の方が好きなの？
You're right. Definitely not. But don't you worry, I've got plenty of determination. I'm not sure how much help I'll be exactly, but I'll try my best. I've got my own reasons to do so, after all.
ありがとう。今後ともよろしくね。
I'll try not to disappoint. Afterwards, I gave the other option a try. My honest impression was, it's delicious. The coffee I had earlier was average, but the omelet, The coffee I had earlier was average, but I had the omelet. That gotta be a typo. But the omelet, rice, and tea were quite good in my opinion. At the very least, I wouldn't have regretted paying money for them. It's hard to believe that anyone could find fault with their taste, which means the landlady won't give Shiki-san her approval because she wants her to give up? No, that doesn't make sense. If the old woman had no intention of giving her approval, she wouldn't have agreed to extend the deadline in the first place. She would have forced Shiki-san to give up months ago, in the summer. But if that's the case, she must be withholding her approval for another reason, besides the taste of the food. Our deadline is October. We don't have much time until then, so there's no room for trial and error. I guess it wouldn't hurt to try giving him a call. I should make use of all the options I have, for my sake, and for Shiki-san's as well. After hearing her side of the story, I can't help but want to do something for her. I wouldn't be able to call myself a man if I just did nothing, even though that means asking someone else for help. Making up my mind, I pull out my phone and call a certain number. The name on the display reads Kazufumi Takamine, my father. Not a huge surprise. Both Rokuru-san and I have been trying to reach him for ages. It'd be too much of a coincidence if I suddenly got through to him now. Oh well. Hey, it's me, Kousei. There's something I need your advice on. Give me a call when you hear this. Alright? Bye. After leaving a short message, I put my phone away again. Guess I'll have to come up with something myself in the meantime. I'm not exactly confident, but I'll try my best anyway. Oh, nice.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Very nice.
昴生くん、朝だよ。起きなよ。
All right, guys. We're going to stop it right there. Ooh, just in time, too. That was about an hour. This chapter was not that crazy, but I do appreciate finding out a little bit more about Shiki-san. We didn't get too much. We didn't touch too much on the Reaper lady. The cat. Well, the cat. But we definitely got to know more about Shiki-san. And it's cool to see Kousei's determination on helping her. I mean, I'd probably do the same. But I like this. I like this. It was a chill episode. Like I said, nothing too crazy. But this concludes part 3, or chapter 1. Chapter 1, part 2. Should we call it section 2 instead, or part 1? I don't know what to call it, because that's chapter 1-2. Let's call it chapter 1, part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. I know, like I said, I know nothing crazy happened, but you know, I do appreciate the little settle down. I'm sure we'll be introduced to more characters and we'll get more backstory and everything. But it was cool. I enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys did too. And if you did, you should totally hit that like button for me. And if you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Subscribe. And I'll let you guys go. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, fellas.